Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to my channel, Jayden the Champ, and let's get straight into the video. Hopefully y'all having a good day, and let's do it. Let's talk about Daniel Jones. Is he the future with the New York Giants? But before I get into that, I'm gonna say like my personal opinion. I'm gonna say what I personally feel, like what I think of it, and let's do it like that. 2019, with the 6th overall pick, we selected Daniel Jones. All right, he was a quarterback out of Duke. When we first drafted him, I was one of the first people, or like everybody else, we hated the move. Like, I ain't want Daniel Jones. I ain't think we was gonna get him. Like, I wanted Josh Allen, a defensive end. Oh no, he was a linebacker from Kentucky. Like, that was the defensive player I really wanted, but we ended up with Daniel Jones. Then turns out in the preseason, he was shown like, okay, Daniel Jones, we're on your side now. We believe in you for the season. Then going into his rookie season, right? He had a good overall rookie year. To be honest with you, the problem was his fumbling. That was the main issue, but he was a rookie, so rookies make mistakes. They're going to fumble, throw picks. You kind of expect that. Everybody's not going to be that Mahomes or Rodgers or Drew Brees or Brady. They're not going to start like that. It doesn't work that way. Because it takes time to develop players. That's what people forget. It takes time. I don't know why people don't realize that, but I ain't here for that. His second year, Jason Garrett was calling the plays for Daniel Jones. I ain't like the play calling. I'll be honest with you. I did not like the play calling from Jason Garrett. Like, in the second year with Daniel Jones, at the beginning, he was throwing some, questionable interceptions and some fumbling again. We were starting to consider, like, is Daniel Jones going to be the guy? We don't know. Then towards the second half of the season, he was showing us he could actually be the quarterback. Throwing the football deep, throwing good dots. Like, one thing Daniel Jones is good at, he could throw the football where only the wide receiver could make a play, or running back. Like, any playmaker can make the ball only where it's only being thrown at. Towards the second half of the season, Daniel Jones was proving himself. He could be the quarterback. He's confident in himself. I'm confident with Daniel Jones. We was almost a playoff team in Daniel Jones' second year. Think about that. We almost went to the playoffs. And with Joe Judge being last year when he was the head coach for his first year, we was almost a playoff team. We finished 6-10. Those few of those games we could have had back. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that was his worst game. I do admit. He threw like 3 horrible interceptions, but it turns out that was a bad game. But towards the end, he was showing. He threw a touchdown in the clutch. In his worst game, he still managed to throw a touchdown in the late fourth quarter. Going for 2. He did throw the football late to Deion Lewis, I remember. But it was pass interference. Referees cheat us for years. His third year, I feel like most of the games wasn't his fault. First game, it was the Denver Broncos. I know he fumbled, but let's all be real. We was losing that game regardless. We was not going anywhere that whole game. We was on shutdown mode. Second game against the Washington football team, he played an amazing game. He wanted to win. Darius Land dropped the football. Dexter Lawrence jumped off sides. So whose fault was it? Number 3, week 3. The Atlanta Falcons. Jason Garrett lost us that game, plain and simple. And the defense should have stepped up at the end, but they didn't. Because our defense, why do we give up points before halftime? Why do we do that? We're the most consistent team that gives up a lot of points before halftime. And at the end of the game, we give up a touchdown on defense or a field goal. I don't get it. Week 4, against the New Orleans Saints. Daniel Jones played his best football game. That was the best game he'd have played. You know? I like what he did against the Saints. He was dotting them up to do it deep to John Rawls, getting Kenny Galladay involved, Tony involved, Barkley involved. He went to overtime, showed like he could win us that game. Week 5 against the Dallas Cowboys. I think I'm saying it wrong. I'm being honest with you. You know, at the beginning of the game, it wasn't his fault. Like, y'all seen an offensive line play like Swiss cheese? Maybe if the O-line knew how to block, maybe Daniel Jones can succeed more with this offense. But that's the problem. The offensive line can't block for him. I don't know how y'all don't see that. I get it. It's the whole team. Some parts on Daniel Jones. I don't think he's the main problem, though. Like, if we don't draft imagine we don't draft any offensive line this year. Daniel Jones will go to his 4th year like this. What if Daniel Jones plays solid? Y'all still want to get rid of him? Because, like, why are we not talking about the offensive line that's been trashed for the whole season? With some Giants fans, we was complaining about the offensive line for the whole year. I don't get it. Then against the Rams or whatever, wherever week it was, he threw 3 picks. I know against Dallas he got hurt. You know, he threw a good deep ball to Kadarius Toney before getting injured. One thing about Jason Garrett or anybody that was play calling, we was setting up Daniel Jones to get hurt. The play calling, we was calling for Jones. Why was we doing that? Like, we try to get him injured on purpose? Like, why we turn him into a running quarterback all of a sudden, like, every play? He's not Lamar Jackson. I don't get I don't get it. But whatever. He gets hurt, doesn't play. He comes back against the Los Angeles Rams, throws 3 picks. I'll tell you why. He was rushed back too early. He had a concussion against the Dallas Cowboys. When we rushed him back, I knew that was going to be a problem. Remember his 2nd year? He came back against the Arizona Cardinals. He threw 3 picks after getting injured. When Daniel Jones gets injured, don't play him that next week. Play him 2 weeks later or after. Like, don't play him that next week because he feels like he's ready. No, don't do that. That's how players' careers be short. That's how people retire early. That's the perfect example. I don't like that, man. Like, I really don't. But overall, it is another game he played. I'm probably forgetting, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, against the Raiders? And the Eagles. I'll go with the Raiders first. Like, against the Raiders, I thought he had a solid game. I know, but I know Daniel Jones ain't have, like, over 200 yards or anything. We was running the football. Hey, it was working for us, so... Because, you know, with our team, we could never get a run game fucking going anyway. Because, like, the offensive line can't block. The Devontae Booker and Saquon Barkley, they don't even have a chance to run the football. Every time they get the football, they lose the yards or barely get 1 or 2 yards. Oh, against the Eagles, he had 1 touchdown, whatever. I ain't like the play calling. The conservative play calling. It's like with Garrett, we kind of had like over 20-something points. But you notice when Daniel Jones got injured, he ain't play for the rest of basically the second half of the season. The offense looked worse without Daniel Jones. And you mean to tell me Daniel Jones is the problem, right? But y'all wanted Mike Glenn and Jay from State Farm at quarterback, right? And you see how that shit worked out for you, huh? How did that work out? We couldn't even get over 10 points, for God's sake. But Daniel Jones is the main problem. One thing I don't understand. When Daniel Jones throws an interception, a wide receiver can run the wrong route. Wide receiver or running back can fumble the ball after the play. You've seen Evan Ingram fumble so many times after he catches the football when Daniel Jones throws it to them. Or the offensive line can't block for more than 2 seconds. He gets hit blindsided, fumbles like that easy. Like, come on, man. But the draft coming up. Oh, yeah, against the Eagles? Yeah, like I said, he threw a touchdown to Chris Myrack. That who the Giants just signed for the future. I love the move, by the way. But let me know what y'all think about Daniel Jones. In terms of being the future, let me think about this one. But I think we're going to keep him for one more year, then we're going to get rid of him. But my personal opinion, I think he could be the future with the Giants. I really believe it. The problem is, he don't have an offensive line in front of him. Tell Stellan Sherper, Kenny Galladay, Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton, Dante Pettis, Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, if they could stay fucking healthy, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation anyway. Maybe if your playmakers knew how to stay healthy, maybe Daniel Jones could put up more stats. Or maybe if we had an actual offensive line in front of him, we wouldn't even have these problems. Or if Jason Garrett or anybody that's calling plays, we'll probably have a better season with the play calling. Or we could have a better offense. You know, at most, I think Daniel Jones could be a top 20 or top 15 quarterback. I'm not going that far. Like, when we had that, oh my lord, that Browns player who's calling the plays for us, I don't even care who he is. But we thought with him, he was gonna be better than Jason Garrett. Turns out, no. Turns out it was worse than Garrett's. His play calling was worse than Garrett's offense. At least with Garrett, at least we had some points on the board. With him, we couldn't even get over 10. You know how pathetic that is? It's like we're making Daniel Jones look bad on purpose. I get it. Some people say, oh, his pocket awareness is terrible. Oh, he doesn't read the defense. How about you play fucking quarterback? How about your ass get on the field and be the quarterback? Learn how to read like over 1,000 plays. Learn the different schemes on offense. Knowing that you basically go into your fourth year with basically 4 different coordinators. Let me know how easy that is. Please tell me. It's not easy being a quarterback as you think. You can watch the play, but if you're playing, you're going to say it's difficult. But everybody's different. You know, I'm not mad at y'all opinions, but I just don't like how we're going to just hate Daniel Jones. It's like everything his fault. Like, tell the fucking offensive line to start blocking. Just tell them that. Or can Daniel Jones playmakers to stay healthy? Like, when Daniel Jones played in week 3, like, listen, or when he got drafted, he was drafted to a bad situation. He played at a bad situation. I know his first game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he did really good. I mean, I think we rushed him in. I think we should have sat him out for that whole rookie season. He should have sat out, then played next year. That's how we should have went. But Dave Gettleman decided to rush him in because Eli Manning, because we knew Eli time was up. You could have let Eli Manning finish his year out. That was the problem. But I'm not gonna keep fucking ranting. There's no point. I think Daniel's gonna be the future quarterback. But if not, he's gonna play one more year. Then we're gonna get that new quarterback in 2023. I don't want to be mad at it. So if it was a Justin Herbert that's available, or Josh Allen, anybody, take it. But you know, that's gonna do it for this video. You know, it's some shit I have to get off my chest because I can't with this Daniel Jones hate. It's no point of hating Daniel Jones. It's honestly pointless. I get it. We can hate him all we want, but let's face it. Our hate does nothing for these players. These players are they're still getting paid millions of dollars. We can say all these things like we want to these players, but their hate is not doing, like, our hate is not doing enough to foot them. But either way, our hate is making, like, we're basically helping them pay their stuff. Think about that. The views they get, you know, after the game, you get your check, or every 2 weeks, however it works. They're getting paid millions of dollars. You know, for us, we're not even getting paid like that. So, I'm just saying, man. You know, for this year, I'm done hating. I'm not going to hate anymore because I just realized hate gets you nowhere in life. You know, hate gets people nowhere. That's what I learned. Hating on somebody means nothing to them. Because at the end of the day, hate does nothing. You know, you can hate on a person all you want. Or you can hate on a video or their life or whatever. Who cares if you hate? Listen, if you hate to somebody, just keep it to yourself. Alright? But, listen, learn how to appreciate because, listen, life ain't guaranteed. life ain't guaranteed tomorrow, so remember, life is short, so be careful what you're doing, but enjoy your life. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm out. You're who?